Can you remember a time where you had to use your emotions, and it wasn't to manipulate? Because I like what you say. You don't use it to become, because that's stereotypical of what people say women do, but where it has been a positive way of using that emotion.
Look, I think it's important to always bring that human factor into work.
Yeah.
Because we are not robots. We all have off days. We all have good days. And I mean, one example I can think of is one of my staff members had a friend that passed away, and it was a very difficult time, and for us in the company, because we had deadlines to do and whatever. So how do I, as a manager, say to that person, sorry, you cannot, go be with your friend's family and your other friends? So I think it's important to strike a balance between that, come up with an agreement, you show some emotion, because you really emphasize with someone like that, because it's not something you want anyone to go through. So I think, but then also you need to state the expectations. So yes, I'll take the flak, I'll run with this for you, because I understand you need to do what you need to do, but also understand that I need you back tomorrow or the next day, or whatever the story is. So yeah, I think that's just a very silly example I can think of, but there are times when you need to.
Because I mean, we've always said women are nurturing and nourishing, and sometimes people look at that and go, well, how can that be used for good in the workplace? But it's not just around the fact that we want people to be okay, but it's so they can be okay so that they can deliver and do, and it's about creating that nourishing environment. And we live in a relational economy now. So in the past, where it was a mechanical economy, it didn't need nourishment. It needed a system that worked and people would just process through, and it was a sausage factory. But work today is so not that. And I think women actually have an advantage around the relational connections we can make, without losing sight of that actually we are a commercial entity that needs to deliver to commercial value. And the number is important. I was working with a group of women yesterday, marketing people in a pharmaceutical, and we were doing a strengths workshop with them, identifying their personal strengths and how they could leverage on their strengths. And of course, pharmaceuticals all about the number. It's always the number. It's hysterical across the business. All you hear is the number, the number, the number. But the business is shifting its culture to say, we recognize that if all we talk about is the number, we're going to be in trouble.
There's a saying that I think is so true, and it's so simple, but people don't really care how much you know until they know how much you care. And I think it's vital, because it's true if you think for yourself. I mean, if someone doesn't really care about you and what you think or feel, I'm actually not interested to listen to you.
Yeah.
So I think, like you're saying there, and I think that also, because I mean, in businesses nowadays, you can see the high staff turnover, and it's scary. And how do you retain staff? I know that money is a big influencer there, but I don't believe that it's the only. I think if you have a good relationship and you feel that you almost coming home, because I mean, if you think about it, most of your life is spent at work, and if you are not happy, I mean, how you're wasting time. So either you need to reevaluate your career, or you need to simply just look at the balance. Because I also think you might be unhappy because all you do is work. You need some other influences, some other stimulation. Go on a girls' night.